I actually just got back from the gym, right? So while I was at the gym, I was listening to a podcast called Pyramid of Reward. And while I was listening to the podcast, it kind of dropped in my mind and occurred to me that most people actually don't, they are here to make peace with the fact that the effort they are putting into their work is not directly proportional to the result they will get. Result in terms of income, right? So it's not always the harder you work, the more money you make, right? So I mean it works for a particular category, right? So the harder you work, the more money you make. But there's a glass ceiling that you hit where the more you work, you can actually increase your income again. It's more like you have to find a level of leverage. You have to find some leverage to tweak it, right? A multiplier factor, right? And that's where the pyramid of reward now really makes sense, right? That there's different levels of value, right? And what actually affect, apart from the level of value, what actually affect how much you get paid, how much money you make, is perceived value. So look at it like this: when you do something for someone, whatever you do has value, right? But what the person would feel like paying, right, and what they would think they should pay you will be based on their perception of whatever the service or product that you've given to them, right? So say for example, you are selling a shirt to me, right? I can feel like, I mean, the shirt has value obviously, but I can perceive it as it's not worth 20,000. I feel like it was maybe 10,000 or 15,000, and that ultimately, right, affect how much you make as an individual in life, how much you able to build wealth, how fast you can build wealth, and the kind of people that you can serve, right? So I've now come to the conclusion that as much as you are investing in the value you are building, right, the value, the products you are trying to sell to people, the skills, the services, as much as you are investing in the quality of the value that you are building, that you intending to exchange, you should invest also in the perception of the value, right? I mean, perception can be in terms of branding or anything. It could even be in terms of you. Say, for example, you're a software developer, you are investing in value. Now, see, you are buying crazy gadgets, heavy gadgets, you are paying for courses, you are going to webinars and stuff, right? I feel like if you invest, say, 20% of whatever you're investing into gadget and courses and skill into perception of your service, say branding of your website, clothing, I mean wearing dope ass stuff, not luxury, right, but something that make you appear professional and make you appear premium, right? If you invest 20% of what you're investing in that into the perception, it could literally 10x the amount that you charge people. It could 10x how much people think you are worth. Actually, it could. So that's just my 1 cent this morning. I think I'll do this maybe later. All right. Cheers.